Okay, this is Old Man Gamer, and this will probably be my last Astrox video for a while. Pretty much finished up the game on this playthrough. As you'll see here, I wanted to show you a few extra things that I didn't know about until this playthrough. First one is dead space. Um, you know how when you play Eve or any other games, you often wonder if you can fly from system to system without having to use the warp gates? Well, in this game you can. It's called dead space. You can actually, from the galaxy menu, you can actually point yourself at a system and fly there. Of course, you don't want to try doing that until you get to a much better ship. As you can see now, I'm in the Tactical Dreadnought, which is the one of the biggest ships you can get. Um, it's one of the two biggest ships you can get. There's one that you can get if you like missiles and other stuff. This is the one that's for drones and shield rechargers. So as you can see, it's pretty much melting anything. This is Sector 88. I took a pit stop here as I was flying through dead space from one system to System 99 just to explore dead space. Um, right now, I'm not even doing anything. The game's pretty much on autopilot. I've set auto target on, launched my drones, and my ship just flies around and destroys everything on its own, including the officers. It just chooses the next closest ship and destroys it. And you can also do that with crates. You know, it doesn't destroy crates, but like we talked about in another video, if you use this sensor um, zoom system and then you select all the crates, and then you turn on auto target, your system will fly from crate to crate, picking them all up, as long as you don't change your targeting window. So if you're still in the earlier stages of the game where the crates really matter a lot and you want to pick up all that loot, but there's like 20 crates in the system, just turn on your auto targeting system after you get them all uh, showing in your targeting window, and your ship will do it all by itself. So yeah, the tactical dreadnought. I've got all my weapons are artifact. I got two shield rechargers on now, and yeah, I'm just destroying everything without even having to worry about it. And the reason I was able to get up to the tactical dreadnought quicker is because I found another one of those mining jobs that paid 29 million credits just for carrying a thousand units of a certain ore, basically 5 systems over. So I got the ore off of dead pirates, and then I carried the ore 5 systems over, and I got a $29 million payday and bought this ship. And then I just basically rushed as far as I could up through the systems. If you remember, this was a 100 system playthrough. And the point of the game, remember, you're supposed to clear every system. You don't have to clear every system, because once you clear, like if you're on system 63 and you destroyed the officer in that system, then all the systems before 63 get flagged as cleared as well. And you can view that on the galaxy map. When you look at your systems, the systems will be green that you've cleared, and the systems that you haven't cleared are yellow, I believe. So just go to skip a system and then clear the system after it, and you'll see that the systems behind it all get flagged as cleared. So here I am wiping out the rest of these stuff. I've went through dead space all the way to this system here called Lasty, oddly enough. This is system Lasty, it's system 99. This is the last system before the Kotaxican Oasis, which is your ultimate destination. When you come into the system, of course, there's a bunch of normal pirates, and you start frying them. And then eventually, the Astrox commander spawns. And don't worry, he's not some sort of super badass or anything. He's just basically the same as any other pirate. Once you fry him, then the warp gate to the very, very last system, to System 100, becomes unlocked, and you'll be able to fly through it. Now, the thing about the system here, about System 99, is that it never stops spawning officers, at least as far as I could tell. After I killed the commander, these guys just kept spawning and spawning. Every time I clear out one wave of them, another one spawns. So I went through 5 or 6 different waves, and then I was finally um, just gave up and then rushed through them to go to the last system. About Dead Space, if you travel through Dead Space from system to system, um, there is stuff in between the systems. It's not just, I mean, it's called Dead Space, but it's not completely empty. There are asteroids in there. And I guess it depends on what stage of the game you are in, whether or not it's even worth going to look for those asteroids, because the asteroids Like right here, System 98, the asteroids in the system in the dead space between 98 and 99 wasn't any better than the asteroids in System 98. But if you're in an earlier stage of the game, then maybe you can get a head start on some early asteroids. There's also pirates that spawn in between systems, NPCs that spawn in between systems, and there's also crates that I found in there. And the thing about when you're flying in between dead space, it warns you when these things are nearby. Like it popped up a message saying, a non-violent, a non-player character has spawned nearby, or look, you found some abandoned crates. Why don't you check them out? And they had some pretty decent stuff in them, but it wasn't anything more than you could find on a regular pirate. But maybe they have a higher chance of dropping something. But at this point, there's literally nothing else I can add to my ship to make myself any better. The only way that I can improve, the only upgrades I could get would be through the university. And at this stage, pretty much anything I want from the university costs 2 or 3 million per skill point. So yeah, it would take you a while to farm for their skill points. I mean, you could keep progressing your stuff as much. I'm level 89 or something like at this point, and I've still got over 50 skill points I could use if I could afford to use them. But I can't afford to use them on things that I need. So as you saw, I went through and I cleared out a bunch of officers, but then they just keep respawning. And this is before I realized that they're just going to respawn forever. So I came out and killed a few more waves before I give up and just go on. You can see my ship at this point. I mean, my shields go down, but then quickly my rechargers kick in and get it back up there. The only problem I had after I bought the Tactical Dreadnought was in System 97, I think it was. Because the 3 warp gates in System 97 were all on top of each other. So when I would fly into that system, basically every single pirate in the system was immediately within firing range, and they were nuking me pretty hard. Which is why I went looking for an alternate route into the system, which is how I discovered the dead space thing. You can only fly through dead space when you're using either manual piloting or when you're flying, or you can go on the galaxy map and click on another system. And when you click on that system, you can either set it as your warp route, which is basically like setting your autopilot route, so your ship will fly to that system automatically using the regular warp gates, or you can say, fly through dead space to get there. Now, when you fly through dead space, it still uses up normal fuel, so you want to make sure you have a ship that can hold over 1,000 units of fuel, because some of the systems are pretty far apart. You're really only going to use it for systems that are fairly close to each other if you were just happen to be out exploring for some extra goodies. Here I go through and I fry some more of these dudes. These are the biggest ones you can get. This is System 99, and my drones in my ship just don't have any problems with them whatsoever. I mean, the biggest ships, the Mayfairs and the stuff like that, they just disappear in no time. I kept doing this and doing this because I was worried that there might be something that I would miss before going on to System 100. So I came through and I fried the rest of them. And you see, as soon as he fried him, there's another one for him. So this might be a good way to farm credits and to farm mods if you needed them. If you went to System 99 and just kept doing it over and over and over again, you could make a ton of money here, I guess. Eventually. My cargo hold is very small at the moment because once I stopped caring about loot, I dropped my cargo expanders and replaced it with some more energy things. So we're getting pretty close to the end. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me fight forever and ever and ever. I just want to explain about Dead Space to you and give you a glimpse at Sector 99, let you know what's in store for you at the end of the game. So once you get to System 99 and clear out the Astrox Commander, then you can head off to the Oasis, which is where I'm going right now. And I've been there and I've completed the game, but I'm not going to show it in this video. You're going to have to see it on your own. And I know you can get there. And this is Old Man Gamer saying good night.